Thank you for joining us at Chautauqua Playhouse. Today, producers Rodger Hoopman and Warren Harrison take you behind the scenes at the Playhouse. These are glimpses into the areas that are usually only seen by our technicians, actors and staff. Please enjoy.
Hello, I'm Rodger and this is Warren. We're the producers here at Chautauqua. And we thought it might be interesting for you to get a little tour of the theater and the things that you can't see from the confined spaces where you usually are in the audience or in the lobby or in the bathrooms. So we thought we'd take you on a little quick tour through the theater and show you what's behind the scenes. So we'll go here first. Box office, Warren wanted to talk to him about what Ron does.
Okay, well, this is the box office, which is pretty much automated with our own ticketing system. And we have our printers in here where we print the programs. We have this is our mailbox slots over here. When you walk up, this is the view he gets. Ron's our box office manager.
And you're here.
You're there, so let's move around
So,
towards
concession
the
area?
concession area. And our electronic cash register here.
Here again, it's from your perspective, is over here as you come up. And we've got ushers and Ron usually helping you out here to get your concessions.
Right. So, coming into the heart of the theater business is Rodger's in my office, which right now is we're in the process of kind of reorganizing everything because everything tends to get piled up in here.
Yeah, that's one of the problems is running a production. We have 2 dark weekends as we're running a production as the production closes to get ready for the next show. And so usually all of our efforts go into getting that show on, and the things that kind of build up is people don't know. This becomes the place where everything goes that nobody knows where it goes. It comes in here and ends up either on my desk or Warren's desk or on top of the file cabinet, and eventually will get put away, and sometimes that's 6 or 8 months later.
This is the way the auditorium looks between shows. So the audience never really gets to see what the bare stage looks like.
And here's our new sign here, which will go out front. The sign that was out there for 15 years or so got smashed into by a car. So we've had this redone, and this will be out on the Main Street entrance here off of Engle. This was the whole area here was the wing of the high school, La Sierra High School, which closed in the late 70s. And we had a theater downtown from 1976 to 1983, which was burned down by an arsonist. And so we were looking for a space, and we moved in here in 1985. And this was the band room of the high school. We'll go in a minute. We had next door, we had the dance room, and then down the hall we had the choral room. We had a series of offices along the hall that were piano rehearsal rooms. And we've got this is the backstage space here. This is our paint room. It's the only running water in the facility is here and here. We have a sink for cleaning, and we have another one over here for paint. And then from there, you can see this is also all of the lighting stuff is in here. Tons of props. One of the things with theater is you never want to throw something away. You do the same thing at home as, oh, I can use that again. And that's even more true in theater, but there's only so much space at the same time. But this is all of the electrical, and it carries around to the other side, which is tools and hardware over on this side. Oops, automatic door.
That's right. That's why I get paid the big bucks.
So we got hardware over here, tools, electrical. You can see just all kinds of miscellaneous props and stuff that go in here too.
And these in here, a lot of these are rarer props. Everybody needs to have a mounted box. We have our telephones back here, a lot of our wall sconces. Our pictures that we use in our productions are stored back here.
And this was the storeroom for the band. This is the instrument storeroom. So when we moved in here, it was nice that all these shelves were here, and we were able to kind of take it and make some slight adjustments and make it work. Let's go back into the theater. And you've seen the theater. We put in, this room was open and empty when we came in here. We put in the seating platform. This is our second set of seats that have been in here. And the major other thing we did building-wise was adding the booth up here at the back. And that's the light control booth for sound and lights. And there's a follow spot up there. So that was one, like I say, the room was just adding the seating platform and the booth, but other than that, it was pretty much the walls are here. And it's good acoustically because it was the band room. And so you can see that it's got paneling. So we're kind of lucky with that. Anything else you can think of, Warren?
Let's take them up on stage so they can see what the actors see.
And you'll see we've got Andrew, our technical director, is doing some work on the lighting and trying to clean up while we've been closed. Adding some more circuits and getting lighting cleaned up just cable-wise so it's nice and neat. Over here we call this is as we got older, we've been in here since 1985, and we're always lugging these big ladders in and out of the other room. Finally we decided we're getting too old to do that anymore, so we built what we call a ladder cage over here. And our ladders go in there, they're close at hand then to the stage, and it just kind of made everything a little easier on everybody. So you probably wondered when you see the actors and you see the audience, and like I say, we've got a lot of stuff kind of spread out now because we're kind of getting organized to reopen. As the actors cross over this way, there is a 3-foot crossover which gets the actors from one side of the stage to the other. So one of the problems with this space is we've only got from the front edge of the stage to this crossover wall 14.5 feet. So we have to go side to side more than be able to go with too much depth. So everything has to kind of take that into consideration. We get asked about, large cast shows and musicals especially, where are we going to put everybody and how are we going to, how are we not only going to pay for it, but how are we going to use the space to the best possible ability. So you saw the crossover. If you go through the crossover, it comes out on this side, and our backstage space is here, and this becomes our backstage as far as makeup and costumes are all back here. This is also our main storage area. So you'll see we've used every bit of space by going up. We couldn't afford a second space to store stuff. So the alternative to that was to use the height that we had. So we have all of these shelving units that were old Home Depot units that are put in here, and this is where we keep the bulk of our props and mostly smaller stuff. Big stuff goes in the room next door. Or anything you want to add?
And this is where the actors wait for their cue. As an actor, you spend a lot of time in the green room unless you're the star of the show and are on stage constantly. So usually these seats are filled with people and dance bags and costumes and just about anything else you can think of, except for no eating in costumes, so there's no food in here. Yeah, right. And we do store our costumes that are being currently used on our costume racks here.
Here are all of our wall units. These are used again and again and again in shows. We take them out and repaint them, but they become the walls, and they're in different configurations that we try to design so we get a different look. And shows don't all look the same, which sometimes, because of being a narrow stage and a wide stage, there's only so many ways that you can alter that. So we try to be creative about it. So back here, oh, where's the moose? Get a shot of the moose horns. So these are the kinds of things that people donate. I don't know if we'll ever have use for this because it's terribly heavy, but it's certainly a nice piece to have if we do need it. And then up here, you can see these are a lot of kind of more period prop pieces. We've got spinning wheels. We've got lots of crates and boxes and animal carriers and barrels and tubs and all that kind of thing that's up there. And then back this way, more storage. This is where we've got all of our silverware, non-perishable food props. Up top we've got pillows, lampshades, lamps. All the way back here into the corner we've got, up here you'll see we got tables, chairs, stuff that we can pull and use again and again. Hopefully our theory is if we can use them not more than once a season or at the beginning of the season and use a piece at the end of the season, so you don't recognize, it doesn't look the same every time you come in. So we'll go on now. Go next. You'll see we try to use every bit of space. These cabinets were band uniforms. Where all the band uniforms were kept, and so they become great storage for us for costumes. And also we have storage up top here, which is all costumes, and we keep some of our backdrops and things up here as well. But you'll see we've got tons of stuff up here, and Warren recently had these curtains done so we could. The ones we had were pretty looked like 1960s something out of hair, so we adjusted that.
Now, one thing that we do get donated a lot is furs. So we don't use them very often, but we do have them here when we're doing a period piece, especially from the 30s and the 40s. So the one thing that we are not in need of, donation-wise, is furs or stoles.
We haven't really got just a few months before the coronavirus hit. The idea is to take this, and as donations are made, you're part of a giving tree, and you'll get a leaf that will be added to the tree with your name on it. And hopefully that will get inaugurated here once we get up and running again too.
As soon as we get up and running again.
So in here, now this is a fun room. It's got a little bit of everything. This was the choral room. And when we took the space over, there were a bunch of choral platforms over here. And we took those choral platforms and they became part of the seating platform in the other room. But you'll see we've got here a Marlin. We call him Marlin the Marlin. And all of our carpets are up here. Andrew, our tech director, has done a very good job with Barrett's help on reorganizing this room. You'll see on most of these bays now, you'll see numbers that tell us what's where. So we've got specific pieces, but you can see we use every bit of space that we can possibly use in here. Keep all of our stools, chairs. Over here, this is the Scrooge set. Up here, in this loft, more chairs and small tables and that sort of thing. Underneath the loft, this is all, just basic furniture, costumes that hasn't got put away yet. And doors. These are parallel platforms that fold out, become the base platforming for sets. And back here, we've got paneling, wall paneling that we pull. We're very lucky in the sense that we can pull stuff and use it again and again. And then over here, You see more stuff. Refrigerator, stove, pillar, stuff that we can pull and use, like I say numerous times. We got the fence, picket fence up top there. See a box with all the musical instruments are up there. These are posts for stair rails. We've got a little bit of everything. And if you see something that appeals to you, you say, geez, I'd really like that. Call and make us an offer because we have to clear some space. So if something that looks pretty exciting and say, hey, geez, I know somebody who'd really want that, hey, make us an offer. So that kind of gives you an idea. We've also added a brand new monitor here. You remember we had along the wall, we had all the pictures from previous productions, and we're taking those, they're being scanned, and they will be projected on this screen here along with some other visual things.
Yes, there will also be a live feed from the stage during the performances. So if you get here late and can't be seated, at least you'll be able to see what's going on stage on the screen.
And we are going to be a little more strict on late seating, especially if you're down front, because it is really disruptive to the actors and to the other people who are here. So we will be asking you to, if you're in a prominent place, you're going to have to cross in front of a bunch of people. We're going to ask you to wait out here, watch the show on the monitor. The next break will get you in and get you into your seats. So, that's Chautauqua. Thank you for going on this tour with us. We learned a lot too and forgot all the crap that we had. So,
yeah, so now you've seen Neverland because these are places we never let you come.
okay, thanks. Hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you.